What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and I'm bringing you our top Pokemon card auctions of the week. Now this week will be a little bit different because, as you can tell from the thumbnail, this channel, or better yet, this series, much like Pokemon, is evolving. So this week I would like to compare Pokemon cards with other cards from different TCGs such as Metazoo. Now, I don't want to just compare Pokemon cards to Metazoo cards. I want to start comparing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Dragon Ball cards. I think that would make the auctions of the week even more interesting to see these other very popular TCGs as well. We had a lot of amazing auction blocks this week from sellers such as TCA Gaming, Z&G Emporium, SM Pratt, as well as a few more. Folks, like I said last week, if you have any shopping to do on eBay this holiday season, please use my eBay link below. It would give me a very small kickback, but would help out the channel tremendously. So please use that link to support the channel. I would really appreciate it. Let's start by reviewing some modern Pokemons in Celebrations set. Here is the holographic Charizard reprint from Celebrations. This card started out pretty decent at the beginning of the week, but slowly came down in price. Let's take a look. Here we had a PSA 10 Charizard from Celebrations sell for $610, another one for $555, and then the last one this week ended at $455. So the pop report for this card is being absolutely flooded, mainly with PSA 10 copies of this, so that leads me to believe this is a fairly easy card to grade. So I cannot see this price bouncing back up anytime soon with the amount hitting the market. But we also had a BGS 10 Pristine version of this card. It sold for $850. And then we had the Japanese 25th Anniversary Charizard. I'm still growing fonder and fonder of this card every day. I see it. In PSA 10, this card sold for $594. And then a BGS 10 example of this card sold for $2,125. So the Japanese version of this card is absolutely crushing its English counterpart, but we will keep an eye on both of these cards for weeks to come. Here we have the trio in PSA 10, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard, that altogether sold for $1,225. We had the Japanese 25th Anniversary Birthday Pikachu in PSA 10 sell for $250 this week. Then we had the Zekrom reprint in PSA 10 sell for $142.50. Here's a Shining Magikarp that sold for $235. The Blastoise on its own sold for $255. And then the Mew EX sold for $113.50. And lastly, for Celebrations, we have the Gold Pikachu V card in PSA 10 that sold for $335. Got a few SGC 10 cards to go over from Evolving Skies. Here is a Leafeon V Max that sold for $117. And then the Leafeon V card sold for $91. And then the Rayquaza V Max sold as a 10 for $365. Here is a sneak peek of the cards that are freshly graded from Fusion Strike set with this Gengar V Max in PSA 10 that sold for $430 this week. Now we have a few other very noteworthy cards from the set, such as the Mew V and the Espeon V Max, that have been graded and are currently in auction, so I will cover those in next week's auctions of the week. But here we have a CGC 10 Pristine Zamazenta V from Sword and Shield set. Not too often you see an English card get the CGC 10, and it sold for $127 this week. Here is a couple of miscellaneous modern cards in this full art Pikachu from the Radiant collection. This is a 20th anniversary set in PSA 10 that sold for $256. And then you get a Primal Kyogre EX from Ancient Origins set that sold for $512 as a PSA 10. Here, just yesterday, we had a Charizard Holo from Evolution set. Remember, this card used to be $5,000-$6,000. It was insane how valuable this card got, and then it just dropped right off a cliff. This one sold as a PSA 10 for $1,835. Here are a bunch of PSA 10 Level X cards from none other than Z&G Emporium. He had an amazing auction block this week. This Hippopowdon Level X from Rising Rivals sold for $892. Here's a Mismagius Level X. They got a PSA 10 and it sold for $535. The Rhyperior Level X from Legend Awakens set sold for $530. The Torterra Level X from the Diamond and Pearl base set sold for $765, while the Infernape Level X sold for $822. Here is a Palkia Level X from Great Encounters that sold for $1,926. And if you're wondering why these cards are so expensive, it's because they are very, very low in the pop report for PSA 10s. Here is a Gengar Level X from Arceus set that sold for $1,450. From Supreme Victors, we have an Electivire Level X that sold for $605. while the Absol Level X sold for $629. The Blaziken Level X sold for $810, and the Rayquaza C Level X from Supreme Victor sold for $1,439. He also had a couple of Gold Star cards in the CGC 9 Gold Star Mudkip that sold for $1,226. The CGC 8.5 Torchic sold for $1,675, and this Gold Star Rayquaza in CGC 8.5 condition sold for $3,650. Let me just say, folks, that Z&G is one of the best at posting pictures of these cards on eBay. He makes the pictures look so bright, all the colors so vivid, all the holofoil so shiny. He does a great job taking pictures. Everyone who lists Pokemon cards needs to take note from Z&G on how to list on eBay. He takes phenomenal pictures of these cards. Here from EX Holon Phantoms, we have a Gyarados reverse foil card in PSA 10 that sold for $1,225. And heading into the WotC era, we have this first edition Dark Gyarados Holo from Team Rocket set that sold for $650. And here we have a Scizor Holo from Aquapolis set that sold for $1,852. Alright, up next we have a few very noteworthy auctions from SM Pratt. Let's take a look at some of the items he consigned this week. Here is a black and white Plasma Blast booster box that sold for $1,405. The black and white booster box Dragons Exalted sold for $2,700. And the XY Flashfire booster box sold for $2,550. He also had a few very awesome cards for sale. Here's a Rockets Moltres Holo from Gym Hero set, first edition, that sold for $1,043 as a PSA 10. He also had this Azumarill first edition holo from Neo Genesis, a very low pop card. I think maybe a population of only 31 examples of this beautiful card. Oh, FYI, I usually buy at least one thing from the cards that I show in our Auctions of the Week video. I usually don't show them off in a video, but I like that one. That was a really good pickup. And then he had a first edition Shining Tyranitar from Neo Destiny set in PSA 10 that sold for $3,650. From the Topps Chrome series, we have the Spectra Charizard card in PSA 10 that sold for $3,389. We had a Black Label Japanese Mewtwo that sold for $1,525. And then the Mewtwo Gold Star from EX Holon Phantom sold as a PSA 10 for $4,550. Continuing on with some Mewtwo here, we have a couple items from TCA Gaming. Here is a first edition Shining Mewtwo from Neo Destiny as well, in PSA 10 that sold for $3,926. A Shadowless PSA 10 Mewtwo sold for $4,587. And an Unlimited base set booster box sold for $13,100. Only one other noteworthy booster box sold that I could find, and that was this first edition Gym Heroes box that sold for $10,550. Alright folks, we're going to cover some Metazoo graded cards. Now, like I said in my past video, I know some of you love it, some of you hate it, but I find the prices very interesting. Let's take a look at some of these graded cards. We have a first edition Righteous Reckoning card in PSA 10 that sold for $219. A first edition Headless Horseman sold as a PSA 10 for $265. A reverse holo Mothman in first edition sold as a PSA 10 for $355. You got a first edition holo Sam Sinclair that sold for $415. A first edition Chaos Crystal sold for $510. Here we have a very bizarre looking Loveland Mailman in PSA 10 that sold for $510 as well. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. It's a Quetzalcoatlus. I have no idea. I know I'm butchering that name. But this card sold as a first edition in PSA 10 for $570. The first edition Chupacabra Kickstarter card sold as a PSA 10 for $610, while the first edition Metal Man from Alabama sold as a PSA 10 for $710. Here we got an Uncle Sam riding a giant snail in first edition that sold for $779. Here we got a sighting of Bigfoot in first edition as well that sold for $860 as a Gem Mint 10. A first edition holo Mothman sold for $1,269. And the Kickstarter Sam Sinclair holo sold as a PSA 10 for $1,525. And last but not least, the most expensive card from Metazoo is this first edition Kickstarter Mothman holo that in PSA 10 sold for $10,850. Whew, it's crazy to see a TCG that just came out and it's already astronomically expensive. Now, I know various reasons for that, and it's upsetting that it it's like that because some people really like the cards from this set. They would really like to collect the booster boxes and all that, but right out of the gate, this booster box is just insanely expensive. The cards clearly are right there with them. And let me know what y'all think of comparing Pokemon TCG with other TCGs. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. Please don't forget to use my eBay link below if you do any shopping on eBay. It would really, really benefit the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, folks. I will see you all very soon.